Happy, happy Halloween, Halloween, Halloween. Happy, happy Halloween, Silver Shamrock. Happy, happy Halloween, Halloween, Halloween. Happy, happy Halloween, Silver Shamrock.
For all things Halloween. This is hauntformer, and happy Halloween, everyone. To help me celebrate this momentous day, I am joined by a mask I have sought for many, many years. And while it's not necessarily a rare mask per se, it is perhaps one of the most Halloweeny, if that's even such a word, masks that I've ever had the privilege of purchasing. Today, I am taking a look at the Halloween 3 Silver Shamrock Pumpkin Mask. So, to really appreciate this mask, you have to understand its history, because without context, this is basically a generic jack-o'-lantern mask, and it's a pretty good one at that. It definitely has that retro pumpkin look to it. But the reason this mask is so important to me is because it's from one of my favorite Halloween films, Halloween 3 Season of the Witch, which is the only installment of the Halloween series that does not contain Michael Myers, but rather 3 killer masks. Well, yeah, I mean, millions, thousands of masks, but there are 3 different versions. There is a skull, a witch, and of course the pumpkin that are used by the Silver Shamrock Company, run by a witch, that are implanted with these little chips. You can see the chip right here on the back of this copy, and the chips actually, as it's explained in the novelization of the movie, they open a portal to another dimension, and essentially snakes and bugs come out of the mask and kill children, and they're going to wipe out tons of children on Halloween, and that is the plot of Halloween 3. Very interesting film. Definitely watch it if you haven't. It's a great Halloween classic. But it was very underrated at the time, and it was critically and commercially a failure, and it caused Michael Myers to return. But it holds a soft spot for a lot of cult movie fans, myself included. And the story behind the Silver Shamrock Company and the masks goes that they approached Don Post Studios to get masks to be used in the film. And the skull and the witch were already in production masks, but this mask, the pumpkin, was the only one that was custom designed for the movie. Now, this version that I'm holding in my hands is from Trick or Treat Studios, not Don Post, and was not sculpted by Don Post, but rather from Justin Mabry, the head of the art department at Trick or Treat Studios. And this mask is based off of tons of screenshots from the film, and it really does look exactly like the mask from Season of the Witch. You'll note that the eye holes are rather large, and there is a mouth hole clearly visible. This is all to be accurate to the movie, and not necessarily to make the mask look creepy. It's designed to be more of a collector's piece than anything else, but I think it is truly an amazing mask. As you can see, it is licensed to Halloween 3, Season of the Witch, and there are mask care instructions inside. Make sure to follow the mask care instructions. They're very important. And on the back, obviously, it says sculpted by Justin Mabry, Trick or Treat Studios, yada yada yada. Something interesting to note, there is actually a little silver shamrock on the side of this mask, and along with the chip, you can definitely tell that this is pulled right out of the movie. Something that draws me to this mask every time I see it is the bright neon color, and the camera is doing a pretty good job, but in person, this orange and even the green stem on the top of the jack-o'-lantern is just so vibrant. It screams Halloween, and I think that's one of the reasons that I love the pumpkin most of all. Myself being a skeleton fan, you would think that the skull, which I also have in my collection back there, would be my favorite, but the pumpkin actually takes the cake. The mask fits very, very well, as you'll see if I stick it on. Fits like a glove. Or a mask, I should really say. It leaves plenty of room, and whether you're a kid wearing this or an adult collector, you'll be sure to have a fun time sporting it. Just perhaps don't listen to the Silver Shamrock commercial, or else you too may suffer the wrath of Colonel Cochran. But I have to say, I'm so impressed with this mask. Just quality-wise, the mask has a very thick feel to it. And as you'll see in the movie, if you watch it, when they hold the mask, you can tell it has some girth, some weight to it, and I like that that's reflected in the copies that you get from Trick or Treat Studios. A really good mask overall from an excellent film, and a very underrated one at that. I think this is a perfect mask to have set up around Halloween time, and would make a very easy costume if you're trying to go for something very nuanced. With that being said, I'm going to give the Trick or Treat Studios Halloween 3 Silver Shamrock Pumpkin Mask a 5 out of 5 skulls on the R.I.P. Reviews rating scale. Thank you for watching. Remember, for all things Halloween, this is hauntformer, and everyone, happy, happy Halloween, 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 happy, happy Halloween, Silver Shamrock.
Happy, happy Halloween, Halloween, Halloween,